friends of Samara, welcome back to Severna. Welcome back to another episode of the Utopia Republic, episode 2, episode 9. So, this episode, just housed some citizens in Severna Alto, and the developed area of Severna Alto. We have built, or are building rather, the citizen facilities for those new citizens. Still have quite a few residential. We do have quite a few residential apartments remaining, as you can see. So we won't be in short supply anytime soon. However, there are 7,215 citizens between the ages of 16 and 21, and they will need to be housed within the next few months. I think it usually works out as. So we're going to develop another housing area over here. This is an area that I've kept clear so that the main capital of Severna will encircle the Severnan, which is kind of the symbol of Severna, the oldest building on Severna. So this area will be housing and an urban area. We've got the Severna telecommunications building to construct here. That's always been earmarked for there for quite some time now, but it's not been a very high priority, so that has remained on the back burner for now. But it will be constructed, as we do have, luckily quite nearby, a lot of citizens that are unassigned roles within the Republic. So we've got 109 here, 256 here, 97 here, and 96 in this building, and there's nobody living in this one, but we shall change that now. So they're all going to be waiting at this bus stop. We have construction that is needed here. So I'm going to put in a little construction yard. I like these ones, they are a mod. I've had them quite a while now. And they're just, yeah, cause they're just nice looking. They don't look like, skanky yard. Where am I? I lost my own republic. So we're just going to squeeze him in somewhere inconspicuous where it doesn't really, nothing else can be built there. Can I squeeze it in here? Just no. Wait, just no. No. Oh. Nah. Okay, I'm gonna put it. No, I don't like. So I like to decorate them. I'm not having it right next to those monuments. I don't know why I'm so petty about things like this, but you can't just put a construction yard next to, like, a symbol of the Republic, a grand building. Maybe you should, and I shouldn't think like that, but that's just how I think that, certain things belong in certain places, and, It always comes from, I think, when I used to play SimCity, and with pollution and parks and the way that used to work. If you put parks in places around factories, it'd clean it. And I think I still kind of work on that mentality, like, keep polluting buildings together, ring fence them off, or, do things in the air. It's like I have these, green, I don't think they make any difference in the game, having, these green open spaces. I think as long as the citizens have the facilities that they require, I think that's all that the game really is looking for. But you've got to have something nice to look at, haven't you? I mean, I saw that this game, the most perfect way to play this game would be to get one of the, there's a mod somewhere, is it residential? And it's just one massive tower. Where is it? Is that it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, Maison Tour. So this building can house, well, not very much actually, only 1,000. Not much actually, I thought it was more than that. Anyway, so you would simply build a load of these in a grid, surrounded by stores, shops, schools, parks, libraries, cinemas, etc. Power plant next to it, some sort of mine or research. Do you know what I mean? It would just, like, that's how to perfectly play the game. That's what you would do. You would just, but we don't, because we like our cities to look nice. And that's why I do have little simple rules that are easy to follow, and they result in, when all put together, it's only a few simple rules, but when you put all those together, you can end up with nice looking republics. I mean, the lighting at the moment is not very good on the Republic, but you get my drift. What's the point in playing it if you're not, Anyway. So, we've made our little, I've finally decided somewhere to put it, so just outside the TV offices. So we'll just build that from our cache, and I believe we should have some buses. Oh, look, we do! Right, I'm going to move all of these into the National Garage. So we can assign, are they all going to be able to go in there? I might be able to just assign, I should have done this in the first place actually, never mind. Because I'm not setting a route for them, am I? So I could have just assigned them straight to, but there we go. So have we got buses coming? We have. So we've got 4 buses now coming to this construction office. So we will set its worker pickup point as this building, as this stop here, nice and close. And we shall adjust this stop so that passengers cannot wait there, because then it may, excuse me, it may fill up with more workers. We shall see. So once you've got, if you build a new construction yard, make sure you're using the construction assign tool, so it brings, it's basically syndicates all of your construction offices together into one big cooperative, and it results in very, very efficient construction, especially if you spread out your construction materials. So something that I do is, so even though here is Severna construction, this is where all the construction materials are constructed, made, fabricated, but then they are transported, as they're made, they're transported from there. I do only have 2 storages at the moment, so we've got one there. Oh, something is not right here. Oh, of course, the one burnt down, didn't it? So it doesn't have, one of these should be a distribution yard. Yeah, there we are, but it burnt down, didn't it? So it's not going to be. So unload, so this is what, so basically you have 2 storage yards, spread out your construction materials, make little storage yards or big storage yards, maybe 2 or 3, in cardinal points around your republic, set different construction yards to them, and then when you do build something, you've not got all your traffic go into what, in the time that you're not constructing anything, your distribution offices can then be transporting those goods and filling up all those storages, so they're full right up. So then when you are ready to construct something, you can utilize all of those resources at the same time, instead of having just one central point where you keep your construction goods and all the traffic. Each truck has got to go there. I mean, you can have one storage yard with several truck loading docks, not docks, what's the word for them? Stations, loading stations, but then it's still one storage yard, so you're limited to how much you can keep in there and how physically quick the materials can be taken out of that storage facility. So to build a few open storages. It's only your open storages that you need to do, really. I find I've never really had to store separate gravel supplies. That always seems to be alright, as well as asphalt, where you can't store asphalt, but you know what I mean. And another thing that can help sometimes, once your Republic does get, you know, a metropolis size, is having several concrete plants, because that's quite a bottleneck as well if you've only got one concrete plant, which is something that I am going to have to do relatively soon, as once I get to 100,000 I will need to expand the construction, you know, and quite a bit actually once you get to 100,000. So we've got this storage yard here at the steel. Unfortunately, Severna can't produce enough steel to fill up this storage yard and supply the Republic with steel. So that extra space can then be used to store all of the construction materials when they are not being used. So this is the main, like, construction storage. So it's connected to the brick plant, wooden board plant, prefabricated panel plant, and then we've got the cement plant here, cement storage, and the concrete plant here, with the asphalt plant just plopped there in the middle. So we shall set we don't want the construction station being blocked by a distribution truck when construction is needed. So we will set the distribution office to load its resources straight from the yard itself, not from the cargo station, which will be reserved for construction vehicles. Then we shall unload steel here. So we'll load steel from the steel plant open storage and then deliver it here, and then take the wooden panels, bricks and prefab panels back to the other yard. Okay. So we should see, there we go, so he's off now on his travels to collect those materials. So let's get that telecommunications building built. Have those buses arrived? Yeah, here they are. So here's the new buses coming now. There they are. And I believe, correct me if I am wrong, but I am sure these are the buses that are in Speed. Film. Speed. With Keanu Reeves and what's-her-face? Sandra Bullock. That's why I like him. It was one of my favourite films as a kid, Speed. He used to let it. And then you had Speed 2 as well. Which was, it was alright. Right, so already, look, we've got a bus leaving there, coming over here, collecting our citizens. And I imagine that this bus will be going over here, which is where we developed in the last episode. So it's nice to see that come to fruition. I am really going to try and keep up with these, because these maintaining the Republic videos, they're easy for me to plan out, because I thought I'll just, instead of thinking, all right, this episode is going to be all about this episode is going to be all about that, whereas a lot of the time you're not playing the game like that. You're hopping from this to this to this to this to this, you know, you're putting out fires all the time, checking on things, popping here, so I thought I'll just show that side of it. I will still do the other kind of videos with time lapses and things, but if people do enjoy this type of content, please let me know by liking and subscribing, or just put a comment down below, because that really does help as well. If there's a bit of a discussion going, even if you're criticising, I don't mind, you know. Well, obviously, you know, don't get too mean, but you know, I'll take any constructive ideas on board, because I do want other people to enjoy this game and my builds as much as I do. So yeah, and I want to be good at expressing that and trying to let people see my style, how I build my republics, and little hacks I find, because I don't mean to flex, but I do have a significant amount of play hours in this game. I have, I think, getting on for 7,000 hours. So yeah, I've spent a while playing an unhealthy amount of time playing this game. So still not, and it still flummoxes me and still catches me out. So don't take that as. But at least it shows that I am committed very much to this game. So sorry, I'm just scanning over looking for any power problems, but we don't seem to have any problems. Right, what Samara we use? Sunshine. Well, I've got so much money. Right, well, what's the one we use? Sunshine. Right, yeah, I see your problem, mate. So yeah, I've put one-way traffic on both sides of this, so he couldn't get. It was impossible for him to get there. So that's sorting him out. He's all right now. There he goes on his merry little way, chuffing along. Oh yes, I just remembered we had a fire at one of the waste docks. The one that gets rid of the waste for the iron mine. So that's probably, I expect these are all full. Oh no, not too bad. It mustn't have happened too long ago. So I've just rebuilt it from cash. But it did used to have a ship. So I'm worried that I lost that ship. But one way that I can check, so you go to list of vehicles, list of ships, entire map, and then look for any that aren't moving. So here we are, straight away, 0 knots. So all of these aren't moving. So that's fine, because that is in the dock. So it's full of fuel. That's one way of telling whether it's lost somewhere or whether it's in the dock. I mean, you can't look at the names, but that's only telling you what the next stop is. Whereas here we've got waste there, so it's got 100% fuel, so that's in dock. Let's try the Vida Loca, waste, here we are. So it was heading to the border, and it's now at 0 knots, so it doesn't stop at the border for very long. So I would imagine that this, luckily, could be at, yes, look, so there's no other port or dock or place of port of call on this list. So that means that luckily our waste barge wasn't in port at the time of the fire. So we are able to just simply reassign that back to load mixed waste, wait until loaded. So luckily all we lost was the port itself. So look, so these ships, you can see they're stopped, but they are unloading, and you can all see if they're in docks, you'll see the cargo numbers go up and down. So this plant cannot export its waste at this time. It's also got an issue with wastewater as well. Oh. See? My bad. So let's it'd be easier just to have a technical. It's only one building. I'll just set up road maintenance, technical services. I've already got 2 technical services there, but they don't, whatever that mod is, it hasn't updated to the waste update, so it doesn't have the just can't set it to collect any waste or water. It's only the old snow clearing. Sorry, it feels like a right croak in my throat. It's like catching. So, get that fast built. I don't think I have any licenses for any waste trucks, so we'll have to just buy them this time. You don't need to buy many of them, so total capacity work supplies and total capacity for waste truck. Not waste truck. Sewage system. So this is the most, but they're ugly things. I don't like seeing them driving around. I know that's silly, but I don't. Has it got a water supply? Oh my day! Oh, it has. That's got it's got water. Oh look, that's burnt down as well. I need to get a fire station down here. We've lost 3 windmills there as well. So we need to prevent that from happening again. Right, so at the moment a bus comes directly to this building, so what we'll do is I'll add a bus stop instead. I'm going to have a heating plant now as well, aren't I? Because them firemen want to be kept warm. The firemen, they get warm when they're going to put a fire out, wouldn't they? I kid. They do a valuable service. Evidently, because it's right pain in the ass trying to fix it all when they haven't, you've not put a fire station there. Right, so pop this little fire station in there. And that's an ugly fire station. Yeah, that's a nice little one. Pop that in, but it is going to have some sort of heating. Am I going to get away with a small electric heating plant here? $140 watt hours. So these put out, I think, 60 each. I mean, it's only got to heat that one building, so we might get away with it. Okay, let's add a couple. Where's that thing? Oh! Oh! So how many points have I got? So, quite a few. So we'll just try and have 2 more. 1, 2. Nah, 3. Now we've got protection against fires. I can afford to have a few of them because they won't burn down. Let's wire those up. So low voltage. I always use underground wires mostly because I think it makes the cities look a bit ugly when you've got all those. I'm blessed the day that this game put in underground infrastructure, because it used to be not having to like wire above ground for everything. Oh Jesus, it was tough. It just used to have like thick bundles of cables, and oh, they were dark days. Dark days. Right, we'll fast build all of this as it's vital, and I can show you what my plan is. So already, look, our little system mate's gone in there. Oh no, he hasn't, because I haven't told him where to drop off the poop. Oh, I see, it already is doing that. It must have just been a bit delayed with the snow. Oh well, never mind. So it will drop off the sewage here. And now the bus that did just come here, God, it's full, it's overflowing, that ship needs to get its ass back, will Oh. Oh? Where's the bus? Ah, there. So now, Le Bus will drop people off here instead of going to the incinerator, so that it will then, the workers will go to both. So the incinerator, I think, only needs like 23 workers or something like that. So they will go to there, and they will go to the new fire station as well. Make those asphalt footpaths so that they are comfortable on our citizens' little feet. We need to make that white. And let's get some fire engines in there. So where is this bus? Just want to make sure it is actually bringing... there's nobody on it at the moment, is there? Oh my days, it looks a bit bruised and battered. I think it's about time we got another bus on that route. I do think. It's been as the Republic does have a good supply of buses. If I can find my... There we are. So we'll replace it with one of these. There we are. In fact, we'll add 2 vehicles onto that route. And they're off. Right, so... yeah, it looks like our developments over here are coming on nicely. So we've still got 0 citizens waiting for homes, first-time homes, which is good. Oh, we've got some workers here as well. They should just already be connected, yeah. So once... Right, so let's get Severna telecommunications constructed. I also did notice that there looked like there was a shortage of meat. No, that's all right. That's okay. Oh, perhaps I just checked the store at the wrong time. Okay. And how are our grain supplies looking? Bad. 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 What? What? Why has that got loads of grain that isn't in our grain silos, huh? Train. Alright. Doing its best, I suppose. Perhaps I should add another train onto that, possibly. But the grain's there, it's not rotting in the fields, but we are still having to import grain at quite a large tick. Never mind. Right, so I think I'll leave it there for today's little episode. Please do like and subscribe to see Severna thrive. And would you have done anything different? Or have you spotted any potential issues in Severna that you think needs my attention? We've got pretty level happiness. Health is unchanged. We've got high unemployment, which I do want to address. We are only 20,000 now off the 100,000 mark, and our economy is going exceptionally strong. Has gone from strength to strength over the years with our export of resources. So as you can see, where's the graph? As you can see, with our bitumen, fuel, electronics, we've probably slowed down with oil. Yeah, we have. Look, clothes, alcohol, fabrics. You know, we are becoming a very wealthy nation, and I think that a wealthy nation, that wealth should be reflected in how the citizens that make up that country actually live. You know, the citizenry is the country, that, you know, France exists because tens of millions of people believe they are French, and that where they live is called France. This island that I live on with 70 million people is called the United Kingdom only because we believe it is called the United Kingdom and we call ourselves British. But really, that, you know, we are the nation. So if your citizenry is, you know, less than stellar, then maybe you should sort out your nation. Anyway, so we are now in December 1989, nearly in the 90s. So I'm going to obviously try and fit together a narrative going forward, because there's a certain historical thing that happens. But it doesn't really affect Severna, as Severna isn't in the USSR. It is an independent nation and is affiliated with actually the Council of Europe, but on very special terms. But yeah, thank you very much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, check you next time. Have a good one. Ta-da.